Welcome back to the project and the start of the next phase, post-drywall. We're talking finishes. And to be honest, I underestimated this part of the project. Going all the way back to the beginning of this year when we first demolished the middle section of the house, drywall felt like such an unachievable goal. It felt like such a future thing, and I kind of set it as like, once I have drywall, it's like done. And mentally, I haven't thought much past drywall. I came into this week thinking, all right, I'm gonna pick some paint colors and start painting. And then I realized, wait a second, I have a lot of brick to expose. That's gonna create a lot of dust. I can't paint yet. Then I started thinking, what about all this old wood that I'm exposing? That probably needs some type of finish. That probably needs sanding. That's gonna create dust. And before I knew it, there was a whole list of things I had to do before we paint. In some places, the house is looking almost finished with the drywall, but in other places, like this giant wall, it still very much looks like a construction site. So we have old plaster that stops because the ceiling used to be right there. We have no plaster here because that's where we removed a chimney, plaster over there for a closet, and then we have like stucco from the exterior of the house because the roof used to be right down here. What's the plan? I think I want to remove all of this plaster. And one of the big considerations is the plaster sticks out about an inch, and with a small staircase like what's right here, it actually makes a big difference. So having the space savings and then plus having the brick run across just unifies this whole center with the two skylights, plaster over there. I think it makes sense. So luckily this brick here never had plaster on it, so it's already quite clean, but it's still dusty. That's just how masonry walls are. So you need to add a clear sealer that's breathable to not degrade the brick, but to encapsulate all of that dust. And then here where there's plaster, if I want this brick to look like this brick, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of scrubbing and cleaning. I've got my work cut out for me. It's crazy that we're this far into the project and there's still demo to do. Honestly, I don't know why it's taken me so long to remove this wall. Next step, get all this plaster out of here. Oh, just like that, it's done. I don't know why I didn't do this like 3 months ago. That's what I've been thinking this whole time. But I know the answer. It's because I'm going day by day and I was just doing like critical tasks, like what really needed to get done to move on to the next phase. And this was just one of these things in the background, you know? Because I'm doing it now, I might have to clean the drywall a little extra before paint because dust is everywhere. I've been thinking a lot as I demoed this. We're gonna have to put a lot of work into this wall to try to make it look like the clean brick wall that never had any plaster, because I want that to kind of read as continuous. I don't like this line and the different look. We're gonna take out this wood, so it's just gonna be brick. Want it to be clean. It's really bittersweet. It's sad to see it go. It's the last remaining little bit of original framing of the middle of the house. Of course, we still have some cool exposed joists, but alas, it has to go. Now I gotta be careful about damaging my drywall. Good problems to have. Wow, look at all this brick. Just lovely. I'm gonna start the day trying to remove this plaster, and there's a few steps before we start. It's about to get very dusty. Step number one, open all the windows, including our skylights. Step number two, dropping plaster on these stairs has a tendency of just launching that plaster all the way down the stairwell. So we need to try to protect this drywall. The door is already so dusty. That'll do great. Next, we need a little PPE. We're ready to go. Oh boy, not too bad. I think the brick looks good underneath. Got a whole lot more to do, but honestly, the stuff above your head is the hardest. Drywall held up okay. Let's take a break from all the messy brickwork and get to something that's a little bit more in line with what I expected from the finishes phase, and that is installing my doorbell camera intercom system. This nifty little unit was provided by today's sponsor, DoorBird. This smart intercom system comes in over 50 materials and colors with also custom engraving options, so you can really make it your own. DoorBird has a free app, so there's no hidden costs or subscription fees involved. The install process is straightforward, either using Power over Ethernet Cat6, which is what I have installed, or you can even just connect it to your Wi-Fi network. Their indoor station has a display for the camera and also two-way audio, so you can talk to whoever's at the door. It's really weird going from the messy task of masonry to this finicky little wiring job with my tiny little screwdriver. But you gotta do a little bit of everything. Got all the wires hooked up, hopefully to the right ports. And now we can wrap up this install. It was easy to install, and this black stainless steel finish on the front panel looks incredible. Check out the link in the description to see DoorBird's products for yourself. Our next big question is this wall. This was the old exterior of the house, so these bricks are in really bad shape because this is trapping moisture and it's just degraded the brick. Originally I was thinking of just keeping this and clear coating it, maybe chipping it away in some type of artful way. But now that this side's all brick, I really want it to read as all brick. I think I'm gonna just carefully expose a little bit more of this brick just to get a better idea of the shape, because maybe here it was right in the corner, so it was getting more wet. Maybe it's better in the middle. There's a couple cracks, and I'm hoping that's just cracks in the stucco and not cracks in the brick itself. Lots of brick dust, that's for sure. Well, there's one decent brick here. I think I gotta set up a ladder and figure out a way to access this a little bit better. By screwing in a board here, I can prevent the ladder from slipping out at a strong angle like this. Well, I guess I did expect it, but this wall is not good. There's a couple good bricks here and there, but you know, like there. Over here, I mean, Spall City, baby. No good. I think I just made a lot more work for myself I'll probably have to patch in just like a 1/2 inch sliver of a face of a brick wherever I need to. But structurally, I'm not super concerned. For one, the degradation of this wall has now stopped because it's not getting water. You can see how good this brick is compared to this brick. And two, this brick wall really isn't that structural. Like for the neighbor, the roof is framed that way, so the load's on the front brick, and for my house, it's framed the same way. So this is just a separation wall. I've had a minute to think about what I've done here, and I think I regret it, unfortunately. So if I keep it exposed, it's in such bad shape, and I could do some repairs, but like, I don't think the repairs are gonna look good. So the other thing is, right here, this line is where the roof flashing was. So there's like tar, and the bricks are like just mangled from a million nails. So that's no good either. I think a great solution is to just put a shelf in front of this transition that would have plants and stuff, which I think is a great height for it, and I can easily water it. So that's cool. Then I think above the shelf, it has to transition into something else, whether that's, you know, nice veneered plywood, or maybe paint the brick above to hide all the patchwork, drywall, I don't know, just something above that's not this. So let me know if you have any ideas. It's the next day, so I had a chance to sleep on it. And I'm not quite ready to abandon this wall altogether. I'm gonna try to replace one brick, just see how it looks. My worry is that I put a ton of work into replacing all of these, and then it just doesn't look good in the end, and it's a waste of time. So at least I'll do one as a test, see how hard it is, and see how it looks, and then decide from there. I've got some powdered lime here, so I'm gonna do a lime-based mortar for the patch in an effort to try to make it match as well as I can. Fun news, my sister's in town.
Hey.
Huh?
Okay.
Check out all this wood.
Can we go back upstairs?
Yeah?
Yeah, where's your elevator? It's like Squid Game.
So, this is what I've been doing all year. What do you think?
It's pretty nice. Well, it's not that nice, but it will be nice.
It'll get there.
I can see the vision, for sure, coming together finally.
A couple months ago, I helped my sister move a piano. So now she's returning the favor, helping me get rid of some waste. This is probably, I don't know, the 30th time this backyard has been full of trash, and we gotta get rid of it. Fun stuff.
All right, let's go. Hey, don't forget about me. Let me in.
Before jumping into anything with that troubling brick wall, I want to just give myself some time to think. Instead, I'm going to work on the plaster here, and it's lime-based, 2.5 parts sand, 1 part lime. Let's see what we can get done. can see in this first coat, I already did it, but this is a scratch coat, so it's just the base and you give it some scratches so that the next layer will be able to adhere. And I think for the finish layer, maybe it's a little bit of a wetter mix to give it some more workability. And I'm gonna get it as smooth as I can, but it's gonna be a bit of a textured plaster wall because I think that's all that I'm able to do. I got this up here pretty much finished and the scratch coat here. To be honest, this job has kind of intimidated me. For one, at first I was gonna plaster over there where the plaster used to be and above that, so it was a bigger area. But yeah, not too bad. I ran out of lime. I have more coming soon. Then I can finish the scratch coat, wait about a week, and then do the finish coat. And the scratch coat is actually a little bit harder just because there's a lot of variation in, you know, this old stuff from the chimney and mortar sticking out. So the scratch coat kind of evens everything out and hopefully will make the finish coat easier to apply. We will see. Up here I found that like just a light hand sand gets rid of all the ridges and stuff left by the trowel. Probably easier to do that while it's wet like this rather than trying to sand it while it's dry. So that's a good technique for when we get to the finish coat. And again, I don't even care if it's not perfect. I think it's cool to have a wall that has a little bit of texture, and I still really need to figure out how to make a straight line. I think I'm gonna have to secure a board or a straight edge or something there, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. This orange thing I bought as an insulator to the concrete, but it works great as a drop cloth when things are falling, protect the stairs. I've made quite a mess. Oh boy. Well, that's a wrap for the week. Next week, I'm gonna have a full week of more of this type of stuff. And even though this is definitely not what I thought finish phase would look like, it's been quite a mess. I will say that the work done is really exciting because it is finish work. It is, you know, prepping these walls to be how they will be when I move in. And just the big things like removing that old wood downstairs by the stairwell just changed the feel of the house so much. And also exposing this brick changed things a lot. Next week, I'm also gonna work on the old beams. I need to start sanding them, finding some type of finish, doing some tests. So maybe like a week or two until we can paint. And I'm gonna have to do a very thorough clean after all this dust I've made. Just taking it one day at a time, keep working, and eventually it'll be finished. So I'll see you next week.